All right, let's do some Corolla updates. So as you can see, I've been working very diligently on this car, and I've got some motor mounts in it. Just made these out of plate steel. Nothing too fancy, just some plate motor mounts, and then engine drops into this pretty well, so it should be pretty easy to get in and out. You can see the water pump pulley clearance. I'm probably going to trim that down. This sticks out the furthest. Crank pulley doesn't stick out nearly as far, so should still be able to get a fan in this thing. This is a T72 radiator from an 81 Corolla. Compressor, all this stuff I think is from an 81 Corolla. I could be wrong. Actually, I think the compressor's older, but as you can see, there's enough room in here. I think I can get a fan right in there, probably a 12 or 14 inch fan. And as you can see, this is an 86 Toyota pickup condenser. Fits in there pretty well. They're pretty thin and flat, obviously, so probably should do a little trimming on the lower valance. Not that big of a deal. You can see the header. This was already, I'm not sure who made this header. I heard it was a Thorley header, but I could be wrong. Like, modified it, so I just put a 2.5 inch V-band on it and made it so I could wrap it around the steering shaft. And I'll do a pretty nice exhaust on this, all vibrant stuff, and should be pretty mellow. You're gonna mostly hear induction noise. So we're old guys now. We just like to hear the good noises, no exhaust and all that madness. I say this as I just straight pipe my Volvo, but I digress. Anyways, so there we go. I also ended up making a lower radiator support. This is all 1.5 square tubing, and I tied it into the frame rails with more tubing and plug welded it and made some brackets, and it looks a little better under there than you can see, but I'm gonna make brackets coming off of that so you can use these T3 tension control rods and lower arms. And so this thing should handle pretty well. Again, it's got an A86 cross member with rack and pinion, so it should be pretty snappy. Coilovers, all the goodness. Made a little transmission mount. Jump under here and check that out. Nothing too fancy. Just a little bracket, pretty simple. Shifter hole. No biggie. Pretty good clearance. There's enough room under here to get a decent exhaust. But, there we go. A little update on the Corolla. This thing's pretty fun to work on. Not a bad little car. Taco. There's the old smashing machine out there. Just a house full of good times here at the Stabfab. Erogenous Garagenous. Whoop whoop.